got to earn.
There was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their point.
Griffin and Jordan in at the 3 spot. Crawford's shot is good.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making.
Outside Curry. From deep three-point range. That's good. Curry's got his first 3 points of the game.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And back to Crawford last season, he was down in field goal and three-point percentage. Plus, he battled with a calf injury that ultimately kept him out of 17, 18 games late in the year.
Yeah, Kevin, but his deep range spread the floor when he was out there. He still has that presence about him that you have to honor him. And he also hits some very timely shots. A dangerous assassin who always needs to be accounted for.
2 shots.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons. They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Clippers.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Now here's Curry. Shot clock at 6. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. One of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
You know, a great field goal percentage to start, exactly what they were hoping for. And for all of the improvements he's made to his game, one wonders why Blake Griffin isn't a better shot blocker. I mean, he clearly has the motor and the athleticism, but for some reason over his first 5 seasons, he's averaged only a half a block per game.
Paul kicks to Crawford. The dish now to Griffin. Stolen by Thompson. Up the floor. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Thompson. That's 7 points for Steph Curry.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
And regarding Griffin's low block shot number, for some guys, they simply lack a certain field part for blocking shots.
Yeah, you know, there's 4 or 5 to start. That's their first miss.
Crawford, no luck.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroke. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Oh, my goodness. That's like
a serious game taking place here. I have my doubts, partner.
And Thompson throws it down.
Impressive fast break there. They did a great job advancing the rock with the pass.
Crawford against Thompson. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Zingas, he's checked in for the Bronx. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And the Clippers making a change here as well. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And Green gets it to go.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting.
And Coach Doc Rivers wears multiple hats for this organization. Not only is he the head coach, but also in charge of all basketball operations. Really the leader in a lot of ways for this team.
The Bronx has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. It's Curry outside. Green with the rebound. The Clippers trail. And Redick kicks to Paul. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Stolen by Thompson. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Now here's Green. A 14-point game for him in the win against Phoenix. And here is Curry. From deep three-point range, Jordan with the rebound. Thinking about Doc Rivers being a leader, he was like that on the floor, Clark, as well. You know that. You went against him.
A leader and a winner, no doubt about it. And there have been a lot of coaches that came from his old Celtics team. And of all of them, perhaps the least surprising is Doc Rivers for the reasons we just mentioned. Leader and coach on the floor.
Looking at the last game for the Bronx, it was a loss to the Grizzlies.
And really, they just shot their average from the free throw line in that game. I think that probably changes the outcome.
No doubt. I mean, because there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the line.
Here's what's going on with the Bronx right now. Vasili's checked in for Draymond Green. And it's Livingston in for Curry. The Clippers also changing it up. Cole Aldridge is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Johnson comes in for Green, and it's Austin Rivers in for Chris Paul.
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
16 seconds left here in the first quarter.
From a stick ball movement, they're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
For Los Angeles, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. Rivers hits both of them. Thompson outside. Gets it off.
And plenty to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do right there, Greg, and the timing was right on time.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. The Bronx on top, up 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And DeAndre Jordan not a focal point offensively for this team, but as a defender, he understands heat. Well, Jordan, a man who knows what his job is, and he likes his job, Clark, and does it very, very well. He is excelling.
Yeah, he is. He may not be the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year, but he is certainly the Clippers' Defensive Player of the Year. Jordan's become a defensive beast, an animal defensive player. Really, the thing of it is he's still learning and growing. He's going to continue to get better, which is scary.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Bronx, what do you guys think?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Redick and Crawford, the sharpshooters outside. Cole Aldridge is out there with Johnson, and it's Rivers in at the point guard position. Offense is what drives the Clippers, and they were fantastic at it last season. Easily one of the most exciting teams to watch with their high-flying and high-scoring act and #1 in terms of efficiency.
And it's not just a flash for the Clippers on offense. You talked about their efficiency on the offensive end. Led the league in points scored per 100 possessions at 109.8.
The Bronx trails by 4. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Thompson for the triple. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feet. 8 points for Klay Thompson.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And Andre Iguodala, guys, one of the most unselfish players in the league. I mean, that unselfishness for me, too, is what was put to a test last season as the former All-Star was asked by his coach, Steve Kerr, to come off the bench for the Warriors. And you know what? He did it without complaint, putting the team first.
Here's what's going on with the Bronx right now. Bogut comes in for Azili, and Curry subbed in for Klay Thompson. The Clippers also making some changes. Green comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Paul in for Austin Rivers.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And for Iguodala, some have said he's unselfish card to a fault.
Yeah, and you know, a great athlete and ball handler, I think he could be much more aggressive looking to attack off the dribble. He's really unique, though, a player who puts his emphasis on the defensive end and does a really good job at that end of the floor.
Back to Bogut. Nice ball movement there by the Bronx. Outside Curry. 5 to shoot. From deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Kicks it to Livingston. It's to Porzingis. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. The rebound by Johnson. For Los Angeles, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Paul can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. The Bronx has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Curry with it. Chris Paul covering. Outside Curry. Fires from deep. And the shot is good. Curry's got 10 points in the game.
One hand, he broke the D down to the ground with that move.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin. That's what I like. A nice, strong finish.
Biggest defender.
And some changes here for the Bronx. Green, he's checked in for Porzingis. And it's bar 3 from the
They
feet.
have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys. And it's
From deep three-point range. Paul with the defensive effort.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has. He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
The Bronx has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And Green slams it in.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
Mark, 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
You know, both teams showing a lot of resilience, I think. Coming back and coming back and forth, back and forth.
Reminds me of a song.
Yeah, Kevin, that's Cameo, to be exact. And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
On its way from Curry for 2, and the Bronx tacks on. And 2 more.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And it's Paul penetrating. Here's Crawford. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 6 assists here tonight. Green kicks to Barnes, and that's out of bounds. The Bronx will retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Estes Azili, he's checked in for the Bronx. Klay Thompson comes in for Curry. J.J. Redick's checked in for the Clippers. Austin Rivers comes in for Paul. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
We got 33 seconds left. In the first half. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
No kidding. I mean, neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time, guys.
So close.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Green against Rivers. Here's Azili. The Clippers grab the miss. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And it's Green missing.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. The Bronx leads by 1. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. Tell us a bit about the philosophy behind your game and how this team works so well together.
Yeah, I'm just trying to come out and play my game and stay aggressive, I need to score to help this team win. I think me and the perimeter players doing a good job of that.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hope you've been enjoying the excitement so far. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 14 points and 1 assist. He's definitely heated up over the last few games, and we're seeing some of that same recipe here tonight. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand respect from the defense. We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
They need to turn up the defense intensity. They let the game get taken to them instead of the other way around. Coming out in the second half, they got to play with a chip on their shoulder, Ernie. Don't get pushed around on D. It's payback time.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
And in terms of points in that first half, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for the Bronx, they've got Iguodala. Thompson is out there with Curry. And it's Bogut. And it's Green in at the 4 slot. Curry outside. Rebound by the Clippers. Green's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And, guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA, none brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
From deep. He dishes it to Bogut. On the wing, it's Iguodala, guarded by Green. Bogut, the pass to Curry. There's the 3, and that one's... good. Curry's got 17.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Within your conference. So this game is important.
Bronx making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Johnson's checked in. Dishes to Paul. And
since halftime, they're having a tough time getting it going here.
And Stephen Curry another 3. And now a 5 lead.
They just flash home.